video disc jockey. Hello, Loveland, Mainville, and Goshen, Ohio. You know, a lot of my videos that I make, sorry if it's a little windy, so I apologize if it's a little too noisy on you. Anyway, a lot of videos I make, a lot of times I'll be watching a random video on YouTube and it'll remind me of a story to tell you, maybe a true story. And so these 911 videos I've been sharing with you, the rescue 911, you know, when there's a lot of financial, car pulling in here, when there's a lot of financial, prices anymore are so expensive. You know, you go to the grocery store. I almost bit my tongue. You go to the grocery store and it's expensive. I won't mention his name, but I seen a guy I know in Kroger. His kid and his wife was with him, and his grocery cart was plumb full. Now he had a spare rib, probably about $10, $12. But anyway, his grocery cart was full, and we got on prices. He told me, he said, that's about my grocery cart here. He said, that's about $400. Yeah. He said, I've spent about $400. By the time I go through checkout, I'll have to cough up $400. And I told him now, I think I'm a little older than he is. I told him, I said, you know, when I was a kid, in the 1970s, I told him this, I can remember when my dad would hand my mom $75, and I'd be going, usually Dad sat in the car, Dad and my sister sat in the car, and me and Mom would usually do the grocery shopping, because I was a little older than my sister, well, 2 years and 4 months, but anyway, most of the time it was just me and Mom going grocery shopping. But I can remember $75, our grocery cart was full to the brim. It's $75. That was back in the 1970s, you know. I was a teenager. That was about 1970. I was, say, 13. That was 1976. But I can remember $75. Now it's $400. Oh my God, I like to fell over when he told me that. I said, you gotta be kidding me. He said, no, what we got here in this grocery cart, inside this store, in this grocery cart, it'll come up to about $400. Think of that. And when I was a kid, in the 70s, it was $75. Oh my God. But I think all these high prices today causes a lot of family arguments. And I can remember when my mom, now it's two people's got to work. I can remember when my dad's check supported my mom, my sister, and I. I tell you, when my mom had to go to work, it was about 1976. Now, it wasn't a shock. In other words, it didn't, oh my God, you got to go to work. It was just a gentle. What it was, these grocery stores are slowly raising the prices where you didn't see it. But I remember when my mom had to go to work, for help, to help the financial situation. It wasn't critical, but you could tell that, Dad could tell his check wasn't going this far. But I remember before 1976, my mom did not have to work. My dad's check supported us, good, decent, good. We weren't rich, but we didn't do without either. Is it either? But anyway, I tell you what my dad said about, now don't get angry at me, ladies. I'm just gonna quote my dad. I remember, there's a lady putting books in it. I'll have to talk a little lower. I remember, hopefully it won't take a minute, she'll be out here. I can remember, here's what my dad said, and I quote, back in 1976, he says, when women have to go to work, and the retail stores see this, when there's two people working, she can really leave so I can talk a little louder. When there's two people working, when the lady hit the workforce, now I'm not talking about, she's leaving, I'm not talking about college women going for the college degrees. I'm just talking about the stay-at-home moms that are forced to go out to work. But when My dad says when women was forced to go into the workforce, these stores, retailers, seeing two people working get along much better with two incomes coming in. They jacked up the prices, and I quote my dad there. I agree with him, but matter of fact, he also said, and I quote, when the women was forced to go to work, our economy went to hell. Unquote. That's what my dad said. But I remember those days. Cheaper, $75, no more.